Hey guys, how's it going? It's the Crypto Analyst here. I hope all of you guys are having a good morning, evening, wherever you guys are from. And today I'm going to be doing a Bitcoin technical analysis for you guys, as well as explaining how close we are into breaking into an official bull market for cryptocurrency, unlike these previous ones that we have seen before. So if you guys are interested, go ahead and stick around for the entire length of the video, as there will be important information discussed the entire way through. And guys, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button, as it does help out the channel a lot. So we're going to go over a little bit of the history of what we've seen so far and how we know this is an official or almost an official bull market reversal, as well as where we could be going to the future and future prices that we can expect come the coming month or two of cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin. So as we saw up here, guys, we saw ourselves bottom out at this, around 6,900, or excuse me, 6,000 mark, around 5,900, followed by two bull traps, which is really unfortunate. It's kind of hard to tell whether things are bull traps, but that's besides the point. So we had two bull traps by consistent lower lows. So if we see, I've circled them here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consistent lower lows, and then we bottom out here. Now, up until this point, we hadn't had any sort of bullish signals, and that's really what we had been waiting for. I told you guys that I had been tethered almost the entire way down here, so there was not any sort of loss, at least not on mine, or if you guys are in the Discord, I posted that as well. But we had been waiting for some sort of bullish signal, right? Some sort of consistent upwards trend or higher high or a pennant or something like that. And so what we do is at the bottom here, we start seeing a pennant form. So we see ourselves get a lower low, and then we see ourselves go on a nice little run here, followed by a lower high, or a higher low, excuse me, which is really good. But this one within itself doesn't really mean anything if there's only two, because we could have said that this in this area that could have been two, so that doesn't mean anything. But then we saw a third one form, and so we start seeing this pennant start forming, and so immediately what I did is I start drawing this up, and so we knew that this is going to be our entryway back in. And so I started telling everybody that I was going to be finding my way into Bitcoin back soon, or at least into cryptocurrency very soon, because the market was looking very bullish when we saw this pennant start to form. So if you guys were in the Discord, I was telling everyone about this. And so what we do is, we draw up the pennant, and sure enough, almost exactly, now it broke out a little bit early, but that's nothing too bad. No one's complaining about that. So the pennant broke out a little bit early here, but that's still great. So I entered, right around this range of around 6,800. That's when I entered back into my cryptocurrencies, and so we saw Bitcoin go on a very nice run. So there's good and bad stuff about this, right? We have a single 1 hour candle holding up all of this bullish convergence, all this bullish trend, which is typically not a good thing. And we talked about this in a previous video a little bit about why we don't want a single candle holding up all of this weight, especially not all of this bullish weight, because if this snaps or it breaks below this, well, there's not really that much support. We have a little bit around the 7,400 range, but for the most part, it's not good, because it hurts the support of the cryptocurrency if there's only a single candle. So what we have is not only the single candle holding up all of this being a bad thing, we also have a head and shoulders being built on top of this single candle or single wick being an even worse scenario. So it looked like Bitcoin was going to break down extremely hard here. However, this is a good thing, and why Bitcoin defying the TA is not always a bad thing, right? So, excuse me. So when we saw this head and shoulders being formed on Bitcoin, it became a very nerve-wracking thing, and we were afraid that we were going to see a very low, possibly even break our previous lower low, 5,900. However, what happened was Bitcoin denied, really, it contradicted the TA, which is a good thing in this scenario, because by showing that we can hold support on top of a wick like this, then build a head and shoulders on top of it, and then continue to defy the TA, saying that it's going to stay bullish and then develop a bullish trend line upwards, is very good for the market. That's saying that there are so many buyers coming in, so much bullish movement, so much bullish convergence, that the market cannot simply go down, despite everything saying that it needs to go down, despite everything in the TA saying that it's going to go down. The market and the buyers and everybody are saying simply no, we're not going to allow it. The whales, the institutional investors, the individual investors, and so we are not allowing it to go down anymore. And if you guys ever watch Hyped on Crypto, they actually were talking about this. I didn't know this, but an average bear market lasts about 3 months in the stock market, and so as we see cryptocurrencies grow, I think that could explain why we saw this bear market of around 3 months on cryptocurrencies as well, because cryptocurrencies are starting to grow into a larger market. So with that comes probably a larger bear market as well. So shout out to them. I'll have them in the description below if you guys want to check out their channel. But so what we have here is even more. So we have a little bit of bullish divergence followed by this, upwards trend line into an ascending triangle or an upwards wedge, which is not necessarily a good thing as well. So, to count this and to show this in perspective for you guys, if we defy the TA by being able to hold up this much weight on a single candle, as well as a head and shoulders on top of that, as well as an ascending wedge on top of that, if we can break out of this ascending wedge, I think it's very safe to say that we're in an official bull market after this point, because if you have three kinds of TA contradictions like that, it's very, very safe to say, and at least in my opinion, I am fully confident in saying that we're going to be in an official bull market after this point, especially if it breaks out of this ascending wedge. So that's kind of where we're at now. We're watching to see what Bitcoin's going to do here, because there is going to be most likely a measured move of $2,000 either way. So if it breaks downwards out of this, we're going to probably see a price of around $6,900. Now, if it breaks upwards, we could easily see a price of around $11,000. So this is a very, very big and crucial point for cryptocurrencies as to really see if we're going to reverse this and go into an official bull market and see ourselves spiral upward into very, very nice price range, or whether we're going to go back down and see a lower price, which is unfortunate. But this is one of those things, guys, we have to just kind of watch this closely. There's not too much that we can do as a TA. It's kind of up to Bitcoin. It's up to the buyers and sellers and investors at this point whether to see. But if we can get above this mark, guys, if we can stay and hold above this 9,000 at least a 9,100 mark, that would be absolutely great, and we would see most likely an official bull market come the very near future of cryptocurrency. So I hope you guys did enjoy this technical analysis of Bitcoin and really where we could be going into the future. There's a lot of really great information discussed in this, as well as fundamentals and just kind of learning how to spot trend reversals and everything of that sort. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope it did help you guys a lot, and if it did, guys, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button, comment down below, and I will be sure to respond to you guys as best as I can. And that's gonna go ahead and sum up this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.